And this is along the same lines as migraines. Post-concussion, daily, or weekly occurrence of migraines, hormonal migraines. What do you do when you suffer this? I've had family members, my mother-in-law, deal with these kind of issues. This is the steps we've walked her through over the years of how do we actually deal with migraines and severe headaches so that you don't have to end up on medications a lot of times like Emitrex or Effexor, mostly Emitrex, which increases stroke risk up to 10 times greater. 10x increase in stroke risk by taking that medication because of how it alters the blood flow, obviously, for the brain. So I love my mother-in-law. Maybe you don't, but we love yours. But I didn't want that risk to be there for her to help her to get off of the medication. So here's what we did. Number one, we addressed lifestyle. And we've got to go through and look at, okay, anything's going to trigger that. So if you just look at, for a lot of people, and for her, migraine's like a bucket, and things trigger it. So if your bucket's constantly full and it's not draining properly because you have bad foods and you have toxicity built up and you have allergens, things going on in there, your immune system's compromised, you have viruses flowing around, you have poor blood flow, you're not exercising, your disease bucket is so full that it's going to overflow. And so we got to drain that bucket. And so we got after very simple nutritional changes. Now you could be vegetarian, you could be carnivore, you could be keto, you could be paleo. Doesn't matter to me. You have to follow guidelines, and those are broken down in our book. And we walk you through those guidelines. And then step number two, we've got to get movement going because that's going to optimize that blood flow. And so one, we focused on 10-minute workouts just to get, from her own body weight at home, she could do it because she didn't like going to the gym that much, and she, would be inconsistent. But we got her doing the 10-minute workouts. And then right after the workouts, we give you, in week 2 of our challenges, specific frame exercises for rehabbing. And one of the most common areas is the upper neck and migraines. So there are a couple of basic, simple exercises for stabilization, and one of those is the alar ligament exercise, A-L-A-R. And there's a completely separate video or article on this that breaks down how to stabilize these check ligaments at the top of your head, and these are the ones that keep your head from turning all the way around like an owl. And these can get damaged from whiplash-like injuries. And we've all fallen or we've all been in a car accident, and that's what creates this damage up here. And so there's a lot of instability for her. So we started putting her through those. And then on store.drlivingood.com, we have sleep aids and posture aids. And what these are is they help when you're sleeping. So I take the big roll, and I gave these to her, and you put it behind the neck while you're sleeping. And what it does is it forms a nice C-shaped curve in your neck because your neck needs to have a 45-degree arch in it. Hers was straight, like a banana. Well, if you have a banana and you straighten it, you got a mashed banana. So that curve gets put in and molded while you're sleeping. You might go 10 minutes, you might go several hours, you might go all night. And I have a smaller one in the lower back because the lower back curve is not quite as arched. It's 35 degrees. So she's sleeping on those. And then at work, when you're constantly doing this, you're putting a strain right at the occipital level here that's putting strain on the back part of the neck. And so around the chair, these double up. So you can get 2 of them if you want to take one to work, or you can just take them back and forth. And you can just strap that right to your chair, and it pushes that lumbar support into your low back to keep those arches and keep you upright while you're working. And then I would also recommend getting standing desk, right? Mine goes up and down. So those are the steps as far as the frame stabilization exercises. So there are migraine exercises, neck stabilization, and alar ones. We can link to both of those. Then there is the sleep aids where you're actually sleeping on the molding rolls, and then when you're at work, you're correcting your posture, or driving in your car, you're correcting it. Then we get into, so we have lifestyle, we have those stabilization and fixing the frame, and then we can go about looking at specific nutrients or herbs that will help. The omega turmeric to help knock down inflammation in the body, very crucial for keeping inflammation lowered. When you take 1,500 milligrams of it, which would be taking 4 of my omega turmeric, it would be equivalent to an aspirin or an Advil or Motrin at reducing pain. Okay, it didn't knock out a migraine always, I get that, but it was at least trying to get ahead of that train. And then number 2, Energize has electrolytes in it. A lot of times we're missing simple nutrients like magnesium, which leads to headaches. So get the electrolytes in. So in the afternoons, instead of drinking a soda, which she was in a bad habit of years ago, or Gatorade, which is full of a bunch of sugar and be the opposite direction of a lifestyle, Drink Energize, which is a healthy version of Gatorade. And so it's got electrolytes in it. It's got taurine and D-ribose, which are two of the best for your heart and blood flow amino acids. It also has high-dose vitamin C, which is going to help those blood vessels out. So we're really supporting the blood vessels and the electrolytes that the body needs. Lifestyle, the stabilization and fixing of the frame was very crucial for her. We've got to stabilize every day. It's like brushing your teeth or wearing your retainers. You got to think of it that way. Then we move into omega turmeric and Energize. Those are your 4 main crucial steps to beating and overcoming, or at least lessening, migraines, spoken from a family member that's gone through severe ones. As a bonus, if you do have allergy-related issues and that triggers you, you may look at doing the allergen support. If you have hormonal-related migraines, you may look at doing the metabolism and hormone support, both of those on store.drlivingood.com. If you need a good place to start, though, with the lifestyle, where we started with her, understanding the frame and understanding the lifestyle changes, grab the book. There's a free link for it there. Just cover the shipping, and we'll send it over.